Hello, I'm Ron Miscavige, and I'd like to introduce a new series that I'm doing. This is called Story Time. And what it is stories that I've written, and I'm going to read them to you. All of these stories are true stories and incidents that happened to me, with the exception of one. And these come out of two books that I've written, which are available on my website, therealronmiscavige.com. One is called Hideouts for Midgets on the Lam, and this one is True Confessions of a Kid. I'm going to be reading a story out of this book today. Okay, so that's the setup now, and as I say, this is the premiere, so let me know how you like it. This is strictly for your pleasure. This story is called The Holdup. This story, even as I tell it, seems a bit surrealistic, as if it didn't happen, but it actually did. My hometown was a coal mining town. That is, the main occupation of the inhabitants was coal mining. Daily you would see the miners come home, faces black from coal dust, dirty clothes, yet happy from doing a hard day's work. They'd go home, get out a big basin, actually a small tub, fill it with water and wash themselves up. Then eat dinner with their family, go to Pinkuski's or shoot a saloon, and get drunk. A simple but quite enjoyable life. Part of this life were the trains that had routes that actually ran through the center of our town, like the one I was walking on the track of going up to my Aunt Stella's place for a visit. This particular train ran diagonally through the block. In other words, if a block were a rectangle, this would slice it in half. Enough about this right now. One of the simple pleasures we had growing up in this time was using trains for a game. Here's what I mean. We would stand next to a train as it was getting going and pull on the rods that stuck out from the side of it. When you did this, it would let out a loud sss, and this was some fun for us. Another game with the trains would be to hop a ride, stay with the train until it started picking up speed, and judge when you could jump off without breaking any bones. I never saw anybody ever get hurt doing this. One exception. My cousin did this one day, lost his footing, slipped under the wheel, and it cut half of his foot off. His name was Cuckoo, and he lived up to that name in many other ways too. One of my boyhood pals named Jimmy Brokenshire used to do this. He would hide behind a parked car and would peek out to see when a car was coming. When the car was just about where he was, he would dart out in front of the car to see if he could run across the street without getting run over. This is no bullshit. He actually used to do this. Came close but never got run over. The drivers would slam on their brakes and yell, "You little son of a bitch." A great little game to watch though. Now back to the story. I was walking to my Aunt Stella's for a little entertainment, like staying with my uncle. Let me read this again. I was walking to my Aunt Stella's for a little entertainment, like playing with my Uncle Mike's tools in the cellar. I did my usual as I strolled down the railroad tracks, breathing in on one railroad tie and breathing out on the next one. Here it is. I'm confronted by a guy with a revolver pointed straight at my face, who says to me, "Give me your money, kid." I could see the bullets in the revolver since they were right at the level of my face. I couldn't believe this. I had one dime to my name, and if I gave it to this bastard, I was flat broke. I thought this over. Should I give it to him or say, "I don't have any money"? Before I could work this out, he says, "Give it to me, kid." So I forked over the dime. "Beat it," he said. "Beat it?" Where the hell was I supposed to go? So I continued my walk to my Aunt Stella's, cursing him all the way. "You son of a bitch, you bastard, I'll get you one of these days." I got to my Aunt Stella's and had a nice time playing with my Uncle Mike's tools. Now get this. I never told anyone about this incident, and I actually knew who the guy was. Khaki Joe, a person who was slightly off his rocker and who was a dishwasher in Ann's restaurant on Oak Street, the main shopping street in our town. My life consisted of playing games in the bush or seeing cowboy or gangster movies starring people like Edward G. Robinson, Humphrey Bogart, James Cagney, and in these movies, people got held up all the time. I figured I got it out of the way for that day anyway. End of story. Hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, could you please share it so we can get a lot of viewers for this? And if you'd like to help support these programs, you can become a patron. Just go to my website, therealronmiscavige.com, and you can do so. I would appreciate it very much. But for right now, I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to doing more of these. So I'll see you on the future episode of Story Time. See you later, guys.